All right. So let's jump in it. I need some scripting. I would like to be able to utilize the art of home ownership to also bring in more business. So I would say for me, there's two types of scripting that maybe, and this is just off my head, so you can chime in, is one to get brand new business that I don't have relationships with clients to be able to explain the art of home ownership to the current clients that I have that are part of my SOI, and how do I explain it to them and how do I script it to them to then have and coach them to tell more people about it so I can get more business.
Awesome. Were you on the Art of Home Ownership training today? Probably not, I'm assuming.
No, I was not on that today.
Yeah, it'll be a good one to watch. You'll get an email follow up with it as well. But so let's first talk about the people that you don't know, right? So your community, the people who aren't in your sphere, the people who aren't in your database. In what way, in what capacity are you connecting with them? Like, are you doing farming to them? Are you doing meeting them at community events? What ways you can engage?
A lot of it is I've met at a community event. They're a referral from a client, so they don't even know who I am.
Perfect.
If I'm getting that kind of a business, but we don't do as much farming, cold calling.
Cool.
Do as much of that.
Let's just role play through. I'll be you with my Art of Home Ownership superpower, and you be somebody I don't know that was referred to me by a client.
Okay. Okay. Ring.
This is Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. My name is DJ, and I got your number from John and Susie.
Oh, hey, DJ. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well. Yeah, John and Susie are great clients of ours. Loved helping them for the last couple of years. What is it you're looking for? How can we help?
Oh, well, we're looking to, do you want me to be a buyer or seller?
Either one. Your call. Do a buyer for this case, yeah.
Okay. We're looking to relocate over to Prescott. We're coming over from California, and we're interviewing some agents, but John and Susie talked very, very highly of you. Yeah, we're going to be in town in 2 weeks.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'm glad they did. I'm excited we're talking. Just a question, did John and Susie tell you kind of what makes us unique as agents? Sometimes our clients, really talk to us or talk to our potential new clients or our referrals about kind of our superpower, but I'm not sure if they had a chance to talk with you about that.
No, they just knew that they had a phenomenal experience and kept saying that we needed to use you guys for our purchase.
Got it. Well, I'd love to talk to you about all the ways in which we can help you find the right home and negotiate the price, but you're likely going to hear that from a lot of the agents that you're going to speak with. The reason why we're one of the #1 teams here in Prescott and one of the top in the country is because we have a different commitment to our clients than most real estate agents. Most real estate agents are going to show you how they're going to help you find a home and then buy that home. And then after that transaction closes, you're going to get couple postcards in the mail and a pie on Thanksgiving, and that's kind of the extent of it. Our team has a higher level commitment. We don't just want to help you own a home here in Prescott. We want to help you be the most successful homeowner you can be. Right? And so we help you in really different ways before the transaction. We help you during the transaction. And then the most important part of what we do and how we help people really with a high level of success in real estate is after the transaction closes. So we'll go through that more in our consultation, but just kind of a higher level version. In order to get your offer accepted, obviously, I'm sure it's as competitive a market out here as it is in California, if not more, right? Because there's a lot of people moving from California like yourself here in our communities. Is finding that we don't have a ton of inventory for all the people that want to buy homes here. There's just a lot of demand. But our group really helps you increase the likelihood of your offer getting accepted, because we're going to help make you look like a cash offer. We can help you close very quickly, and we can make you look just like a cash buyer, which will save you money. It will save you time, and it will increase the opportunity of your chance to get your offer accepted.
Okay.
Not only are we going to do
How
that,
are you going to do that?
What was that?
Sorry. How are you going to make you look like a cash buyer?
Yeah, that's a great question. So have you gone through any sort of pre-approval process yet? Have you talked to any lenders about transitioning from one home to the next?
Yeah, we had a small conversation with the lender that John and Susie used. And we just told them our credit score and kind of told them what we're looking to spend. And they said that we'd be perfectly fine to be pre-qualified.
Got it. Well, first, I just want to apologize. That's really someone who's just looking to kind of sell you a loan as opposed to help you understand how to transition from one home to the next in the most financially responsible way. All right. And so our team will not only help you figure out the financial transition from your current home to this one, but we're going to give you multiple different options. We're going to educate you on the purchase price that is most appropriate, the down payment amount, how to use proceeds from the sale of your departing residence. So you really have a high level of confidence in not only what you're doing, but how you're doing it. And then we'll actually make sure that your loan is fully underwritten as opposed to just being pre-approved. And it sounds like, based on the conversation you have like a verbal pre-qualification, which really won't help you all that much. When we go to look at homes, you'll likely find one that you want. And because it's such a competitive market, there's going to be multiple offers on that home. And if you only have a pre-qualification or a pre-approval, the only way we're going to win is by offering more money than the next person. So what we do is we actually have our underwriting team fully underwrite your loan in advance before you even go to write offers. That way, are you familiar with loan contingencies?
Yes, I am.
So we can remove your loan contingency and you'll already be protected because the heavy lifting's been done up front. We'll talk about an appraisal gap strategy. If for some reason there might be a difference between the purchase price and what we perceive the appraised value might be, and we'll go through if that's appropriate or not. And then if that makes sense, then we can even remove your appraisal contingency. Now we'll still get an appraisal done, right? Just to make sure that you're protected. But when we can remove your appraisal and remove your loan contingency, we'll keep the inspection contingency in place to make sure the home is not going to have any issues. And then we can have a 15-day closing time frame. Now, a lot of sellers don't want to leave in 15 days, and you may not want to move in 15 days. But what we can do is we can offer a rent back, which gives them the time and space that's necessary. And so the reason why cash offers save money versus financed offers is not because people just like the look of all cash. It's because cash offers have much less risk, right? They're going to close more often and they're faster, right? So that's what sellers want, is they want certainty, lack of risk, and they want speed because they need to go get into their new home. So we can make you look just like an all cash offer. And then between us and our lending partner, we'll actually call the listing agent and we'll explain how different our value is from an offer perspective. And likely we won't have to offer nearly as much as the next person. Now, maybe we will, maybe we won't, just depends upon what the seller is looking for. But we have a much higher percentage of chance that your offer will get accepted versus almost any other agent here in the market, right? Because most agents don't do that level of due diligence.
So I was curious then, Ryan, I like everything that you have to say and love to go through this pre-approval process, but what do you mean that you're going to help me after the transaction? I've never heard that. What am I going to need your help after we've purchased the home?
Yeah, we are really changing what it means to be a real estate professional in today's world, because for the last 100 years, real estate agents have only helped people, essentially find a home, write a contract, close that transaction, and then we're going to say, good luck. Hope you know what you're doing.
See you later.
What we found is, even though our clients think that they're well prepared to take on home ownership, they just don't know what they don't know, right? They are a little bit underprepared or overwhelmed with home renovations, upgrades, remodels, and keeping the home in great shape. They don't really understand how to manage and leverage their net worth through real estate. Nobody's helping them understand how to, approach retirement with real estate, how to make sure they're maximizing their tax benefits, how to ensure that they're insured properly in every aspect of real estate and finance. Very few people help you move or transition from one home to the next. And so we check all those boxes, right? So with our team, you're going to get information from us consistently, and there's 8 different services that you'll get long-term. And again, we'll go into this more in our consultation and we'll actually show you what we do. But if you buy a home with any other agent here in Prescott, you'll own a home in Prescott. If you buy a home with our team, you'll become very successful in every aspect of real estate or finance because we make that commitment, and you don't pay any more for this service, right? Like, you're not paying extra to have us do this. We're just as competitive as anybody else when it comes to our commission structure. And so with all things considered equal, you really do want somebody on your team who's proactive and helping you grow your wealth and save money and planning your future real estate goals if you're not paying any more for it, right? And so we're
Yeah.
excited to be able to do that.
That sounds nice and dandy, but you and I both know, Ryan, that there's nothing that's given out for free. So how I don't understand there's got to be a catch.
Interestingly enough, we get that question a lot. So
I got
what
that
you'll
question
find-
today.
what you'll find is a lot of real estate agents will spend money on buying leads online. They'll spend money on billboards, putting commercials out there. You'll see realtors, park benches, shopping carts, you name it. Anywhere you'll see a realtor here in Prescott, they spend money trying to find new people to do transactions for. We've taken the approach that if we take those same marketing dollars and as opposed to spending them on billboards and internet ads, and we spend them on you just to invest in making you a more successful homeowner, that not only will you always use us for all of your real estate needs, but you'll tell all your friends and your family and your coworkers that there's a better real estate team to work with that actually provides way more value than the average real estate professional, and you don't pay anything different for it. So the same money that people are spending on marketing, we're just going to invest in you. So you actually don't pay anything more. We're just reallocating marketing expenses. Kind of like, have you ever heard of the Zappos style of marketing?
No.
So Zappos is that online shoe company. And you can order some shoes and they may take 5 days to deliver. But what they'll do is they'll do overnight shipping and get them to you the next day. That's an amazing customer service experience for you, right? And most companies would see that as a shipping expense. They see it as a marketing expense.
Huh.
So they don't have to do a lot of marketing because they have raving fans of their service. We're taking the same approach. If we can create an incredible experience, if we can get your offer accepted and help you get into a home, if we can give you a 5-star customer service experience, which will show you how we accomplish and what we do there, and then we can help you for the next 30 years to grow your wealth and become really successful in all aspects of real estate or finance, you don't have to pay us anything more for it. And we, from a business perspective, don't have to pay anything more for it. Then everybody wins. And so that, again, that's the reason why we're among the top in the country and among the top here in Prescott.
Wow. Okay. I'm out of the role play buyer
Cool.
now.
Yeah.
I'm recording this, so I'm marking the times because I can't write fast enough to what you're saying.
No worries. We're
I
recording it.
can't
We'll
even
send it to
read
you.
my
We'll send it
notes
to you
right
afterwards.
now.
What would you say common objections or a lot of objections when you're explaining the art of homeownership? Because I guess is it different on the lending side versus real estate side for you guys?
No, it's exactly the same. People think they get higher rates. They think that, there's some hidden fees or costs,
Yeah.
right? Because how can they possibly get something they've never got before? And the answer is just simply, nobody's cared enough to offer it, right? Like our industry just unfortunately has always been transactional, right? Find home, buy home, leave, do it all over again. And we want to change that. And so we're passionate about changing what it means to be a real estate professional in 2021 and moving forward. And our clients are the beneficiaries of.
Mm-hmm. And then, so there's that aspect. What about, I meet someone on the street. I was just walking in the square, talking with an agent. People came by, hey, I haven't seen you, Susie, in a long time. Like, do you have 5 minutes? Can I talk to you real quick and explain something I'd love to offer to you and your husband?
Perfect.
And then, so what is that? I'm trying to, oh man, I haven't talked to Susie in a long time. I now can reconnect with her through AOH. Run me through that scripting.
Yep. So do you want to be Susie in this scenario?
I'll be Susie.
All right. So Susie, great to see you. How you been? Everything going well?
Everything's going great. How about yourself, Ryan?
Yeah, we're doing really well. Family's doing great. Wife's doing awesome. And, professionally, I'm super excited. We're in the process of changing what it means to be a real estate professional and changing the real estate industry as a whole.
I thought you already changed the real estate industry because you guys have been rock stars for years now. What do you got up your sleeve this time?
Yeah, no, and unfortunately, and I'll be candid, we were just kind of like every other real estate agent prior. We just added, different service touches, and we help people, in a more appropriate way that I thought. But, really what we've done now is we've changed what our commitment is to our clients. And I'd love to, show you what it is. And first of all, we're not selling anything here. I want you to know that this is not a pitch, but essentially what we're doing is we're investing in our clients' future livelihood. Right? We're investing in helping people become more successful in real estate and finance by giving them a suite of services that allows you to keep your home maintained at a higher level, to have really good optics on your home equity and your net worth through real estate. Every year we're connecting with our clients and doing annual real estate and financial reviews. We're helping people move from one home to the next, buy homes all cash if they need to move up. So we have a suite of services, the platform called the Art of Home Ownership that we've invested in. And the goal is to help people like you and your family just be more successful in real estate and not reactively, right? Because right now, unfortunately, as a friend or potential past client, I'm not sure which one you are, but let's just say a friend, I'm not really doing much to help you today, right? And we have a ton of resources and capabilities to help you and your family in a lot of ways. You just don't know it, right? And so I'd love to get feedback from you, and I'd love to have you experience it. This is kind of the website here. Pull up your phone, show them your site. I'd be happy to sign you up, and then you'll get a welcome to Art of Home Ownership email. Again, no one's ever going to ask you for $1. No one's ever going to, this is totally free because we invest in it for you. So there is a cost. It's just that we pay it. And then, I'll spend some time and I'll explain to you what it is and how you and your family can use it. And, you'll get a concierge that can help you with your home maintenances. You'll get a monthly report or real estate wealth digest. That's going to be super valuable for you and help you kind of forward think through things. And then every year our team will touch base and we'll make sure that you guys are navigating any changes and evolutions in your life. And what we found is that people are really attracted to it and they find a lot of value in it because no one ever is offering it. Like, when's the last time you got a phone call from someone to give you advice and guidance and help, but then didn't sell you something?
Never.
Right. So we want to change that. And we feel that we can really change the way that you look at real estate professionals and change your expectation of the value you should get from them. And because of that, we've seen a lot of success, not only our success, but we've seen our client success as well.
Well, I think the world of you, Ryan, but John he's technically challenged and a little, this isn't going to be something, because I'm going to hear it all night long that God damn it, DJ or Ryan spamming me again. We're not going to get anything like that, right?
No, you get an initial email that says welcome to Art of Home Ownership, and it kind of explains it. If we have one phone call, I can tell you what it is, and then our financial team would do kind of an initial review of your situation. And at that point, all they do is just say, hey, look, you're either in the best situation you can be in. There's a way that you could up level, from a retirement perspective, or any insurances that may be helpful. And again, no one will ever sell you anything. We're just going to give you advice and guidance. And if there could be that we just say, hey, look, you're in the best position you need to be in. You don't need to do anything differently. But as your life is changing and evolving, keep looking at our content, keep getting the stuff that we need. And I promise you, you're going to use these things. People look at our emails over 75% of the time, which is really rare for realtors and lenders. And the feedback we've been getting has been nothing but positive, because there really is no angle here, right? Our goal is that if we do our job right, we just get to help you and educate you as to when it makes sense to buy, sell, or finance a home. And if that never comes to fruition, then you always feel comfortable that you're in the right place.
Awesome. Now, have you used AOH to go after new business, like just cold business? Have you used it as a marketing, like as a mailer? Have you used it in, okay, we're doing a big community event and I got to talk about something?
Yes, it's all the above.
Okay. So have you done mailers?
Yep.
Okay. Did you find success? So we've been spitballing these last 2 weeks. Like we're learning it. We're trying to figure out, okay, how can we bring in new business? I understand where that's what I wanted, a little bit more of the scripting for past clients, SOI, all of that. But the brand new business, what have you found more success on people that don't know who I am, of how we can drum up some business by utilizing AOH?
Yeah, so it depends upon how you want to get the message out. If you want to do a farm, like if you want to, mail it out to people, we've only attached to current farm pieces that have been in distribution already. We haven't started a brand new one. And so I don't know how starting a brand new one would go, because let's be honest, no one's sitting in their living room opening their mail thinking, God, it's about time somebody offered me 8 different services for free.
Yeah.
Right? Like everyone's going to think there's some sort of catch, right? And so,
But if we've already been farming that neighborhood, they know who
if you've been farming it, if you have any sort of relationship or any sort of brand awareness, and then you can add to that and say, you know, by the way, we've invested in you to become a successful homeowner, you know, visit this site to learn more, you know, and sign up. You know, you may get some stuff from that. But I think that the best way to do it is just communication, right? So open houses is phenomenal.
Mm.
We have banners that you can get from the Art of Homeownership team, like 6-foot banners that say, you know, do you just own a home, or are you mastering the art of homeownership? And then it's got some bullet points. And so when people walk in, they go, what's that? And then instant conversation starter. We have like little 2-foot ones you can put on a kitchen counter or a table or something like that. But it's meant to catch that person's eye and ask them a question and be like, what's that about? Right. And so then you get to open that conversation. Just having flyers in an open house about it and say, hey, are you an Art of Homeownership member? No, what's that? Oh, I'm sorry, you definitely should be. We're, everyone in the community started to sign up because it's a platform that we're doing. We're investing in the community success. This is how we do it. Love to chat with you more about it. I think if you're a homeowner, you absolutely should be doing this. If you're a prospective homeowner, we'd love to show you how, ultimately when you do own a home, we help you, beyond the transaction. So a flyer is enough. We do an open house training for all of our real estate teams. So if you guys ever want to do that, we'd be happy to set it up. But helping people convert more people at open houses, right? Like grab their attention, ask disruptive questions, get people to say, no, like, do you know this? No. Do you know this? Has anyone told you about that? No. A lot of bulletproof buyer stuff can be involved in that as well, right? Like, are you planning on making an offer that looks like all cash? What does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. We should definitely talk through that. Has your lender gone down, gone through all the different options and showing you different purchase prices, down payments? No. So you ask questions they're going to say no to. That way you have an opportunity to kind of overcome it. So I think, getting the more visibility that you have and the more familiar your audience is, the more they'll actually read your stuff. But if you're anything like me, I get 7 or 8 real estate things a week.
Yep.
And if I know the agent, then I'll actually look at it because I'm intrigued. But if I don't even just put it in the rest of all the penny saver stuff and chuck it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just don't know if that's going to have the impact. Like it needs to be a conversation. Somebody needs to be able to hear about it. So if you have phone numbers, if you have things you can circle dial with listings, you just need to be able to get in front of some doing video content on social media.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot. We're all having a meeting on the 15th this month, and we're going to all be filming tons of video content that day.
Yeah.
And want to be talking about this, and we're going to be sending out our monthly newsletter next with the Art of Homeownership stuff. So
yeah, just pose questions on the social media, like, hey guys, it's Ryan here with the Sheridan Group. Just wanted to let everyone know about the investment we're making in the community. We are really excited to be Art of Homeownership partners. If you're not an Art of Homeownership member and you own a home or you want to own a home, man, you absolutely should. Like, you're going to get 8 different valuable services. We're paying for this for you. It doesn't cost anything. This is not a sales gimmick. And what we found is Art of Homeownership members just become more successful homeowners. So if your agent is not offering this, if your team is not offering this, and if you don't have access to it, reach out to us, click this link, let's go over it. And just the more you put that stuff out there, people are going to be intrigued, right? And then you can literally just do one segment on the concierge. Like, if you don't have this, reach out. Do one segment on the HomeBot Digest. Be like, you're not getting this every single month. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. If you're not getting this every month, reach out. You need it, right? And then push that content out. And then it's kind of going to be a multiple touch point type thing. They're going to see it in their mailbox. They're going to see it on social media. They're going to maybe see it at an open house or a community event where you guys could have the flyers up. So there's also, there's literally 8 different pieces of content that you could talk about separately.
Yeah. Now, you guys live in a much bigger community than what we are in. And am I going to piss off a lot of real estate agents by continually doing that? And if your agent isn't doing this, have you pissed off a lot of lenders that you're doing?
It's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
right? Like elevate or
DJ,
get out.
yeah, we should make this the main focus in the client appreciation party too.
Yeah. I
I
would
mean,
agree.
look, we all know where we're heading, right? Left is click button, get house, get mortgage. Right is high touch, high value partnership and success. And if you're in the middle,
Your
Yeah.
your
get
business.
a ticket, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to watch.
Interesting. I like that perspective that you just.
And so, you'll also have the opportunity to recruit people, right? Recruit agents that want to know more about what you're doing. If that's, if you guys are growing, you can grow into other markets with it. But ultimately, people are going to have to step up and add more value, because look, you're like, there's no one who's going to meet with you and then meet with another agent
And
unless
now-
they're 1% commission, you're 3% commission, and that's a big deal. Even then, I think you should win.
Yeah.
But that would be the only way that somebody's going to have an opportunity. Because if it's apples to apples from a cost perspective, like, why?
Mm-hmm. And you offer this to sellers and buyers. Sellers moving out of Prescott, going to North Dakota.
Any
This-
human being with a pulse. You don't even have to own a home.
So, how is this very beneficial for renters? Would you say?
Yeah. So a renter, for example, can use the concierge service whenever they move out, to do any sort of painting, to do any sort of holes in the walls, cleaning services, anything they need to make sure they get their deposit back, right? And assuming they're going to move into a new home,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then when they get into that new home, the concierge will come out and they'll do all the data, they'll get it all in place. We help them move from one home to the next with the relocation technology. HomeBot actually has a renter, a home buyer version that every month they get market specifics, updates, and touch points on different parts of the city where they should be looking. So it gives them constant information about what they should be doing as a home buyer. And then the annual financial review, if they don't buy a home, we're still going to keep in touch with them every single, probably more than once a year if they actually want to buy a home. But at least we'll have an initial financial review to help them understand, okay, is now a good time, or should we create a plan or a strategy and a timeline? And then ultimately, being able to upgrade your home when you're in it, all the other stuff really happens once you buy the home. But there's a ton of value for a renter who ultimately wants to potentially buy a home.
Okay.
And you have that option that when you put them in there, you can put them in there as a renter, or you can put them in there as a homeowner, and the communication they get is different.
Got it. Do either of you two have any questions or anything that I'm not asking? Kim?
No, I've had some really great feedback from both my clients the one escrow that I'm doing right now. So I'm excited for him to actually do the art of homeownership after they close and just see how that whole system works. But everybody's been happy. So
good.
Excited to see what art of homeownership, how that can correlate with open houses. And I'm already thinking through my mind all the clients that I have. There's one in particular who DJ and we always kind of talk about, who's really unrealistic about the market and who really needs to kind of hear what you guys have to say about where the market is. And, maybe not look for the perfect home, but let's get into the market right now and start building some equity. Otherwise, the train's going to be gone. So
like a kid in a candy store right now. Erica, can you send them the game film that we did, that we sent to Margaret and Chessie?
The game film of which one?
Remember we did that consultation with Daly and his wife,
yes.
Maria?
Yeah.
And we sent it to Margaret and Chessie?
Yep, I'll send that.
Cool.
So I want you guys to watch this video. It is a lender who works for Zillow who wanted to buy a $1.1, $1.2 million house. And not only could they not qualify for it, but even if they could, they definitely should not have. And so they were working with this agent for 6 months. And she was like, I can't get them to do anything. I'm showing them all the stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on. She's like, I keep telling her to meet with you. Can you meet with them? And she finally got them to meet with us. And if you watch this video, you'll see the power of us showing someone buying a home versus buying the home. And we talk about it quite a bit in that consultation. And about 30 minutes in, you'll see the wife turn and look at the husband and goes, this makes all the sense in the world.
Right.
Like, we need to buy a $700,000 or $800,000 house just to get on the train, and then we can walk up it, right? But like, if the train's moving too fast, it's going to run away from us and we'll be farther away. And he's a lender. Like, the guy's a mortgage lender. He works for Zillow, and he had no clue how to put this together. So, to your point, DJ, like getting those people in front of us and having us show them that bulletproof buyer presentation and saying like, look, if you do nothing, it gets worse. Right? Let's just get you into a home, and then we can step up to the home and we can show them that on the trajectory. And like, if you watch that video, you'll know those people need to meet with us quickly.
Yeah, fortunately, this person, he does have a knack for learning. So he does like to learn the real estate market. And he even mentioned that whenever we first did our consultation, is like, I want to be educated in this process. And so I think with this, it's really a perfect opportunity for that. And also, while we're at that, might as well do Art of Homeownership as well.
Yeah, that's just the cherry on the top, right? The first is to get them excited and then let them know they're not going to be alone, right? Because that's one of the big things we talked about when we were out there, is that a lot of times people don't want to buy a house because they're afraid of the future.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's a big responsibility. It's not, it's like you're not renting anymore, right? You're not
Having a kid.
Yeah. You can't, essentially, yeah. Like you don't just get rid of it. Like, you got to deal with it, right? And so them knowing that we're going to be there for them, not reactively, like every other agent or lender, like, oh, we're here for if you need us. Okay, well, that doesn't help us. We're there for them proactively, and we can show them what all the things they're going to get from us for the next 30 years. And it almost makes it, infallible, right? Like we're not going to let them fail.
No, it's been good. It's been really easy to kind of sell you guys is what we're learning more. And so I just sent I sent Derek and Byron a client today. It's going to be they're going to be setting up something tomorrow. Is there anything with AOH of objections or scripting that you're like, hey, you should probably start getting this down and start memorizing this? Or is there anything that I didn't ask you or didn't role play with you right now while I got you?
Yeah, there's likely a lot. Let me
yeah. And I'm sure there's going to be more and more questions the more and more we do this.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get this rolled out over the next couple of weeks with all of our clients.
I'm going to share my screen. I want to make sure you guys know you have access to this. You guys, this is the e-learning platform in the site. You have this access, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So
videos, right?
Well, literally everything, right? So think about any objection you might get or any script you might want to say.
Just me think?
Yeah, whatever you guys like. Think about one script that you might want to have.
I don't know. What? Why use the art of home ownership, or why
do value proposition?
Value, yeah.
So you literally could just put that in, hit search, and we have a whole series on our value proposition, right? For value proposition sheet for renters, for homeowners, talking to your clients about your value proposition with Art of Homeownership. We have e-learnings, we have lessons, sharing Art of Homeownership value proposition in one sentence, right? So literally anything that you guys need or want, you can go through this and it'll all be in there. So pre-transaction, right? What we do pre-transaction for our clients and how we share our value proposition. Goals you should set this year. So all sorts of stuff in here. And we don't have to always like jump onto these trainings. Now I'm happy to do that at all times, by the way, but there may be times when it's like, you're about to go to an open house and you're like, I wonder how I would do that, or what I would say here. You could literally just go type it in there and it'll probably show up.
That's awesome.
Like here's a 20-second AOH pitch.
I just saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because we're on the fourth company that we're going to be relocating out here to Prescott and trying to really get more involved into being the relocation of company specialists for our team.
Nice.
And now that we've met, I wish we would have met last year because this would have been great for the last company that we relocated. But I really think a mixture of your consultations and then AOH is really going to push us to the next level. You don't have access to companies of where you're at or knowledge of companies that know that they're unhappy in the state of California because of whatever reason. And
pick one.
Yeah, pick one. And wanting to relocate because I'm trying to open it up to these guys down in Phoenix, but I'd like to try to connect with some California, get in front of more California companies as well. So keep that in the back of your mind that if that is anywhere where you're hearing that, I'd love an opportunity to pitch Prescott or pitch Arizona.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, if someone says, we're thinking about relocating, we're just not sure where, that's an easy one. A, because we just left there and we were all like raving fans talking about it on the way home. And B, like people want to get the hell out of California, right? We get it. So the key there is to connect with those people and say, hey, look, we'd love to offer our platform and our services to, to all of your coworkers and everybody else there, that may be thinking of relocating. Who do we talk to at HR? Who's in management? What leader should we connect with? And then we just dive into this, right? So our corporate presentation pitch, like this is how we became the preferred lender for Facebook. Is one client, she had a phenomenal experience. She was blown away by what we're going to offer through Art of Homeownership. And then we connected with HR through some Hail Mary because it's a 40,000 person company. And it worked, right? So obviously not every company is going to be 40,000, but like we have a video pitch we did to Kaiser, we did one to the US Air Force.
Got it.
So all these things are in here. And then what we would do is we would just develop the pitch for whatever company that you're going after, right? So me and you would spend some time, and basically a realtor came to me and said, hey, I have a connection at the Air Force Base and I have a connection with Kaiser. So we just developed these and we pitched them specific, but then we brought in our pitch deck here. And this is the video on it, right? Or I'm sorry, this is the kind of the initial phone call that you make, and then everything else is over here, right? So you can see the trainings that we do, the platform, the scripting, the slide deck, all the stuff's in here.
Okay. I don't think we've spent enough time going through this. So I will, Kim just literally texted me and said, we need to spend like probably 30 minutes to an hour on this.
Every day.
Every
Just
day.
walk it out.
To really just block it out and get it. Welcome. Hello, guys.
What's up, guys?
Sorry, we were a little late.
No, you're okay. No, all of that.
We need to focus on banner health, DJ. We need to get it in there.
Yeah.
I'm just writing down different companies.
We were
while
just writing
doing
down
this.
all the companies here.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I mean, with how connected you guys are in the community, my assumption is that you could get to the decision maker.
Yeah.
And that's where you have a decisive advantage, being a smaller community versus us, where we're so spread out and there's people everywhere. That's a little bit harder. So I actually would much rather work with smaller communities because I think that the opportunity and the connection is greater. So you just get us the opportunity and we'll close the door with you.
Cool.